Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. At last, the pre-orders are up for the Seraptek Heavy Construct from Forge World. So today I want to take just a quick look at the pre-order. I have already ordered mine, and I went for both gun options. Now let's have a quick look at the stats. So it comes in at 625 points. That's 32 points power level. Its movement at full wounds, which is 28 wounds, is 16 inches with a weapon skill and ballistic skill of 3+. We've got strength 8 and toughness 8. At last, something toughness 8. Yeah, toughness 8, very happy with that. And as I said, 28 wounds. Now it's got 6 attacks, which isn't that bad. And leadership 10 with a 3+ save. So none of this 4+ save business, which is great to see. Now equipped as standard, it has 2 singularity generators and titanic forelimbs. So let's have a look at those generators. So they're 36 inches and they're a heavy 3 D3, and you've got 2 of them. So you've got basically 6 D3 shots at strength 8, -3 AP, and D6 damage. It is random damage, however you've got a reasonable amount of dice coming through, and on top of that, any 6s that you get to wound is a mortal wound in addition to any other damage. So some pretty nice guns. Now you can swap both of those guns out for 2 Synaptic Obliterators and 2 Transdimensional Projectors. So basically, seems like that's 2 shooting options in one gun. So the Synaptic Obliterator is 72 inches, a nice long range gun, heavy D3, strength 16, -4 AP, and a straight 6 damage. There's no special bonuses with that, no mortal wounds, but that is a pretty nice gun. Heavy D3, it is a bit random, but don't forget you're going to have 2 of those, so effectively minimum of 2 shots. Now of course if you're going up against something with a decent invulnerable save, that could be negated quite easily, so I think sometimes volume of shots may be a little bit better. However, you do have the 24-inch guns as well with this weapon, and that's a heavy D6, so again it's random, but strength 6, -3 AP, and this time D3 damage, and any 6s are mortal wounds. Now I've gone for, as I said, both options because I think it would just be fun to play both options, but my initial thoughts are that the 2 singularity generators are probably the better ones to go for. But let me know what you think in the comments box below. Now it also has titanic forelimbs, so when attacking with this weapon in close combat, choose one of the profiles below. Impaling Strike. It's a melee weapon, double your strength, so it would be strength 16, -4 AP with 6 damage. That is quite nasty. Or you can attack with your Reaping Sweep, which is user strength, so it would be strength 8, -2 AP, D3 damage, but you get to make 3 hit rolls for each attack made with this weapon. So that's, I suppose, our Stomp. Looks pretty nasty in close combat as well, to be fair. I don't think you'll be holding this back and shooting it alone. I think you want to get it into close combat probably as well. Now it's got living metal. It is just standard codex living metal, so it's only 1 wound that you gain back per turn rather than D3 or 3 wounds. It's got a containment field. This model has a 5+ invulnerable save. Now that is awesome, and there's no silly facing rules or anything. You just get a straight up invulnerable save. I'm liking that. Unstoppable Colossus. When this model moves, including when it falls back, it can move over infantry and swarm models as if they were not there, though it must end its move more than 1 inch away from enemy units. This model can fall back in the movement phase and still shoot and or charge in the same turn. In addition, this model can move and fire heavy weapons without suffering any penalties to its hit rolls. Finally, this model gains a bonus to its save for for being in cover if at least half of the model is obscured from the firer. Excellent, that's exactly what we needed. Transdimensional Explosion. If this model is reduced to 0 wounds, roll a d6 before removing it from the battlefield. On a 4 or 5 it explodes and each unit within 2 d6 inches suffers d6 mortal wounds. On a 6 it explodes and it breaches the transdimensional barrier, and each unit within 3 d6 suffers d6 mortal wounds. So pretty nasty when it explodes. It also has the Towering Constructs rule, which basically tells you about the base, because the model doesn't come with a base, and if you don't put it on a base, it just gives you the base dimensions. The faction keywords are Necrons and Dynasty, which is great to see, and the keywords Vehicle, Titanic, and of course Seraptek Heavy Construct. Now the points value, as I said, is 625 points. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but I think it's pretty decent, and I think if you combine this with, fingers crossed, a chapter approved codex wise points reductions, then Necrons could be in a very nice place in the future. I am very excited about this, and of course the model itself looks absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to get this on the battlefield. As I said, I've pre-ordered mine. Have you pre-ordered yours yet? Are you going to be getting it? It works out at £200 with one of the weapon options, and the other weapon option by itself is £35. So with both weapon options, £235. Not exactly cheap, but I have to be honest, it's a little bit cheaper than I thought it may be. So I've managed to treat myself to one, and of course I will be unboxing it here on the channel. And if you're not subscribed, start now, hit the Edic Beer icon, and if you want to see more Necron videos, check out those 2 videos there. Beam me up!